Alright YouTube, welcome to this episode. Today's adventure, we're away to go, well, this is a place I've been to recently. This is the LINKS path, but today I'm way to explore down the side of the river, which is the River Isla. Look at all these little pigs. Hello. Cool little beasts, like. They're just foraging there in the dirt. These little pigs are so cool. Anyway, we're away to go and explore alongside this river. It's the same river that leads over the LINKS, but we're going to continue down way past the LINKS. So look at these little pigs following on. The noise they make is hilarious. They're cool little animals, like. They're like little pets. They're all saying hello to YouTube, like. They're so happy, they're like little puppies or something, you know? They probably didn't see many people. Funny beasts there, like. Anyway, we'll continue our mission down here. Since the last time I was at the caves and that below the LINKS, that was on this same path, but people have told me there's another waterfall further down, and then someone else told me that there's pipes run across the river and stuff like that, so I'm going to go further down the path and have a look, see if there's anything interesting. So that's basically where we're off to. So picturesque. All the green of the trees is starting to come out now. All the leaves is on everything. So let's get into it. So this path's like a jungle the whole way along here. It's quite cool though. The bushes grow right over some parts, is like a little tunnel. So this is what we're dealing with on this path here. On my LINKS cave video, that's that little waterfall down there after the LINKS. That's the LINKS just round that corner. So if you want to see that, you can look back at that video. But today, new mission, new path, unexplored on BKR. So it's cool. Now I've come further along here. It's like 200 foot sheer drop down the side of this path here. And the way the water is here, there's like a pool down there and it looks quite sewagey. I think the way the water flows, it's calm there compared to the river until it gets to that point. Like, so probably all the sewage and everything just gathers there, dirt and everything, litter. Some of these old trees are massive. On the other side of the river there I can see it's like stones, but it almost looks like there's a cave goes in. It's worn out from the water. Looks like there's a little viewing area here. It's crazy how high this cliff is, like down the sides here. Over there, that's that waterfall that we were at on my Rehealing Cave video. Looks cool from here. It's literally just trees holding this up, I think. Tree roots. It's like a little pinnacle of land sticking out from the cliff face. It sounds like the river runs rough down that area, but if there's any more waterfalls I'll be able to hear it, because I can still hear that in up there really loud from here. So that's like a stone pillar or something there being built. A lot of it's fallen down now, but that has definitely been some sort of stone. It's just been a pillar. It's maybe marked something. The path is just so overgrown. I'm probably like a mile along the path now, maybe a mile and a half. And it's mental. It's cool. Literally, I've just been climbing over trees now the whole way along. Spider webs just in my face. It's incredible. It's like there's definitely a path, but no many people go down it. But I think at one time it would have been a kind of more used path. Like, it almost looks like there's a path over here, like. All those ferns are just ready to start coming out. Like, they just unroll. They just unroll. It's quite crazy the way they grow. And then they've got green leaves. Yeah, I'm not going down this way. I'm just having a look. There would be a way down there though. Anyway, I'll continue along this path. What's this here? Look at this. This is a live find on BKR. A teapot. What's the chances, me walking down here to this location, right to this? A random teapot just lying in the wood, like. Somebody's probably been sitting there having a cuppa at one time. So, Here's a historical artefact, folks. This has been built or cut out, so we'll go and look at that in a minute. But look at this here. There's an old stone arch. Reinforced with a steel support on both sides. Look how old this is. What a cool place, folks. Sometimes, many years ago, there wasn't a standardised thread on stuff. Sometimes it would be one nut would fit that one thread and that's it. But that could be a more recent support to hold this up. So cool. These tree roots are probably tilting it over as well. They'll be lifting the ground there. That is epic. So I think this arch was originally where the path came along. The one I've been on came through these bushes, and it came through that arch and continued along that way. And then this dike must have been a separate thing. See here, I think this is on purpose they've done this. They've made the stone like a lintel. It must be to drain, stop the water catching behind the wall at the corner. So this bit in the ground here doesn't look natural the way it's been cut out. It's like there's a path. It's like it's almost been a waterway, man-made, but then it could be the way the rocks cracked and fallen away if this tree's forced it apart, but it looks man-made to me. It looks similar up to where the generator shed is at the LINKS. Looks a bit like that. Big fissures in the rock. I think this is just the way it's broken and fallen. I can't see any like man-made buildings or anything. When the trees get greener it's harder to see. They're not fully green yet, but they are starting to block being able to see things. The way this is, it looks man-made, but I think it must be natural. Pretty cool spot, like. That old arch is just hanging on in there. It looks like it's got a bit of a lean on it. It's cool to find stuff like that arch and stuff. I had no idea that was even there. Originally I thought there might be another waterfall or something like that, but there you go, stone arch. I might see if there's another path at the top of the hill there. The original path runs through these bushes, so I'm just scouting around outside them just now. There is massive rocks here just randomly. Here's another one of these stone pillars that we saw further back there. They must mark the edge of the main path. Stones probably been dumped from the field when they're planting tatties and stuff or whatever they do. Here's more of these pillars. There's a lot more of them here. They're better intact, I think they're better protected here. That first one, the water was running through the middle of it and it had mostly fallen down. This is another one of these areas that looks like maybe steep drops down the side of it, like. Crazy. It's always worth having a look over places like that, just in case there's any abandoned history, like little buildings or something. So it's getting really warm now, folks. The sun's out shining and this is across the path. I just came around a crazy bit of path there, but I wasn't videoing it, but on the way back I might video it. Look at this tree. It's crazy how it's just fallen over there. Massive. But yeah, its roots just didn't look that big. All the ground's washed out here. The original path was kinda around here somewhere in blue, I think. There's loads of stuff being dumped over the edge there by the looks of things. So overgrown. Look at the way this branch is growing. Looks like a lot of housing material or something just been chucked over there at one time. Here's another massive tree on the path here. It's just non-stop. This walk I've been climbing a lot to get around trees and stuff. That's just like the top of that tree, sheared off. Alright folks, I've been walking for miles now and I was just following what I thought may have been the path, but it's so overgrown. It's a pretty hard walk, like. But down through the trees I can see it. Metal pipe over the river with a stone viaduct under it. So let's get into it. This looks cool. This looks cool. It's a proper footpath across here. Nobody's coming down here in a long time. You can tell by how the ground is. It's just so overgrown. All these must be newer than the original actual viaduct. This must be a main water supply. So it looks like maybe at one time this gate used to be locked. It's quite a substantial fence. But also the pipe. I think it's probably still currently used. That'll be a thick pipe, like stainless steel bands to reinforce it. So it'll be high pressure water. Could be linked with Luntraeth and Loch. Looks like there's some kind of like bitumen or something, I think you call it. We'll go and try and have a look at the viaduct underneath this and see what it looks like. I think it's built a lot of years ago, like. It says no access, but like, no access to where, I don't know. Look at this. Here's a bit of history, folks. There's an older pipe here. An old cast iron pipe section. You can see it there. The old viaduct. So I'm not sure where it actually leads to that, like, but so there's maybe been bits of pipe dumped and stuff in here. There's a big valve. It must all be to do with the water supply. So yeah, there's no easy way down to there. I don't know if some of that, like, I can actually see down here. There's an old cast iron pipe leading up there. I'm gonna hit go down, haven't I? Look at this. Old cast iron pipe. So we can see that old cast iron pipe there, folks. This is a cool view here of the old viaduct. But the pipe just has an outlet, doesn't go anywhere. But actually currently there's an outlet over here running. Don't know if could be a sewage pipe. I'm not sure. That's maybe an old sewage pipe too. So there's a pipe, the football over there. I don't know what this pipe is actually from. The water doesn't look like sewage. So many beasties. So warm now, folks. That was so cool to find that. But after seeing it, it looks like a current water pipe. So it's cool they've used potentially an old viaduct for their new water pipe. So I just climbed this steep hill behind that pipe to see if there's anything at the top, but there's not. There's a wee metal tin shed, and I think that must just be something where they control it. So warm after climbing up that hill there. That's the pipe running across down there. Looks like there's a wee road goes down there. I think I'll probably just head back up and along the way I came, like. This is some proper uncharted territory, like. It's proper overgrown. In another month or two it'll be even more overgrown with the summer. Once I get back into the shade at the other side it'll be cooler. Right now I'm total boiling walking up that hill. It's a steeping. From here it looks like there might be something up there, a waterway or something, but there's nothing obvious. So butterfly flying by there. So it's a cool location. It's the first time I've ever been here. Close the gate there. So I'm just thinking that blue valve in that pipe that I saw at the other side letting the water out, maybe that's some sort of pressure valve that releases excess pressure or something like that into the river. Anyway, we'll go on back up this path, which doesn't even look like a path. So the amount of miles we've walked in wild woodland to get to that pipeline across the river there, that was mental. I had to take the jersey off, it was so warm, like. I'm further along now than the stone arch, but there's still a wild bit of path to get through, like. So overgrown. It's just proper wilderness. That's how some of those places look so abandoned, because nobody can hardly get to them. Probably that pipeline, the water board will get to it some other easier way. But that stone arch was worth finding too. I think it's Early Estate that owns the ground. Maybe at one time that was an old Early Estate walk. There's no obvious path, it's just picking any place. It's the easiest path to walk, I'm going. As long as I keep the river on my right here, I'll be alright. I can, that'll take me back. My foot just sunk in that bog there. I'm not sure what route I came around this bog on the way there, but wasn't it a scene? Balance on this stick. Get to the high ground. Right folks, that's been a cool explore. It was cool to see that pipe. I'll end the video here as I make my way through this Scottish jungle. We'll say goodbye to the pigs before we end the video. They're so happy. Do you want to say goodbye to the video? You want to say goodbye, pig? So, it's goodbye from them, and goodbye for me. Catch you in the next video.